Hey guys, Joshua here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Razer Blackwidow V3 Mini Hyperspeed. Here, we have the Razer Blackwidow V3 Mini Hyperspeed. So it's a 65% wireless mechanical gaming keyboard, 65% form factor, Hyperspeed, Bluetooth, and this is the one with the Razer yellow switches. And on the back, so you're getting a whole bunch of extra information: transparent switch housing, USB-C charging cable, 200 hours of battery life, 3 modes of connection, and also all the other information that you will need. On the side, as usual, you just get the approximate size and weight. So length about 318.5 millimeters, height 40.5, width 130 millimeters, and it weighs in at 718 grams. And what's inside? So we'll take a look at it later on. On the side, you just get the usual packaging. On the bottom, also the name again, Hyperspeed, 200 hours. And yeah, so let's get this opened up. As usual, I like the way that Razer always has their, tape on this, because it's just very easy to take out. So you just pull it and it all just comes out, and there's even a little tab here to let you know that this is where you should be pulling. Opening this up. From the top, you'll be getting some paperwork. So here you have a message from Min Liang Tan, a quick start guide, and also the Razer stickers. Moving on to the main part. So on the back, you're getting the cable first. So I'm just going to get this one out first. So the cable is packaged very nicely. So for the cable, you're getting a USB-A to USB-C connection, and it's a very nice braided cable, and it's pretty long. And now on to the main thing, which is the keyboard. When you first hold it, you're definitely going to feel that it's very rigid, it's very sturdy, and there is some heft to it because, like the box said, it's 716 grams. Getting some controls, which we'll go through all of these later on. But yeah, first impressions, first feel, this is a very solid keyboard. After using this for a week, this has legit become my main keyboard even when I'm using it at home or at my own gaming workstation. I used to use full-size keyboards with the numpad, but I realized I never used it that much, went on to a 10 keyless, and now I'm on this 65% form factor keyboard. The extra 5% comes from the fact that they have added the delete, page up, page down, and insert keys with the arrow keys on the right side when you compare it to a more usual 60% keyboard. The navigation keys also double as macros, as you can see from the side printed secondary functions. All the keys that have extra functions have these side printed wordings, and they are easily seen, so you don't need to memorize which key has a secondary function or look it up. Something I noticed and really like is also the fact that when you press the function key, only the keys with secondary functions stay lit up, so your gaze is automatically drawn to the correct keys to press. Speaking of pressing, the model I have here as seen in the unboxing is the variant with Razer yellow switches, which have now become even quieter due to the fact that they've added silicone sound dampeners, so they are really very silent. There is no tactile feedback as it is linear, and as you heard, really very silent, which to me makes it optimal if you're bringing this to the office or for late night gaming, or even so that your mic doesn't pick up the clickety sound of your keyboard when you're communicating in-game. For the keycaps, Razer went with double-shot ABS keycaps with fade-proof legends, so even after long time usage, there should not be any fading of the legends, and the keycaps will last longer. There are 3 ways of connection for the Blackwidow Mini. So Hyperspeed wireless technology, which is a 2.4 GHz connection, Bluetooth, and USB-C wired connection. For the Hyperspeed connection, you can use the included USB dongle, which has a neat little storage space in the keyboard, and this dongle has multi-device support. So say you have a Razer Orochi V2, you only need one dongle for both the Blackwidow V3 Mini and Orochi V2 to be connected to your PC. Bluetooth is pretty much self-explanatory. It just functions as an actual Bluetooth keyboard and can be paired with 3 devices. And for USB-C wired connection, you just plug it in and the keyboard will charge while you use it. For lighting, you're getting the full complement of Razer Chroma, so you can customize this to your own perfect look. But bear in mind, with the light turned on or in different presets, the battery life will definitely be shorter. Without any lighting turned on, so brightness at 0, you should be able to get about 200 hours out of the Blackwidow Mini V3 on a full charge. 30% brightness would be about 48 hours, and 100% brightness would get you about 17 hours of battery life. So if you're planning on having full-blown RGB at max brightness, I'd suggest plugging it in when you're at home, and when you're on the go, keep the lighting to a bare minimum so you have a much longer battery life. Overall, I really love the Razer Blackwidow V3 Mini Hyperspeed. It's a remarkably solid 65% form factor keyboard that, even with the feet propped up at either of the two angles, is really stable when gaming or typing, even if you slam the keys. And like I mentioned, I went from a full-size keyboard all the way down to this 65% form factor, and the extra space I get around my desk is just brilliant. Something I do wish from Razer would definitely be that they release a 65% form factor wrist rest, because I'm so used to having their keyboard wrist rest Pro that I'm still using the full-size one even with this keyboard, which does look a little odd, but all in all, this keyboard to me is legit close to perfect. Even though I noticed there's still a little space around the keyboard, and I do wonder how viable it would be to have dedicated media controls on the back, as someone who uses this not just for gaming, but media consumption too. Just something to ponder. Anyways, I hope this review was helpful if you're looking into picking the Razer Blackwidow V3 Mini Hyperspeed as your next keyboard, and leave me a comment down below on which keyboards are you using right now. Remember, like and subscribe for more tech and gaming videos, hit the notification bell to get notified when new videos come up, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao!